At the small starting at the
The Bucks look to take charge at BMO Harris Bradley Center, and we're bringing it to you live from Milwaukee here on 2K Sports. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. And they were still in that one right up to the end, guys, but lost by a couple of buckets.
Yeah, in a game where offensively they were about as inconsistent as you're ever going to see them.
They needed to make a few runs, but it just never happened for them. And when you can't string things together, it's tough sledding. It's a tough way to go.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Booker. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Reese in at the 3 slot. And Milwaukee has possession. To the left wing, here's Andrade. Drops one in from the wing. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Both good from the line that time. There's 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lets it go from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Right side Lowry. And Jordan sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were really close. So there's really no magic formula. I think there's a little bit of art to go with the science in that.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Boston. They've got Embiid. Clarkson is out there with Booker. And it's Reese in at the 3. Here's Quinn. Kicks to Cantor. And Embiid with the block. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center and Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter. And so it's a close game.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. What a showing tonight. It's been a tight matchup so far at BMO Harris Bradley Center. How about you, Kenny? Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Right side, Jordan. Now, here's Clarkson, guarded closely. That drops. Clarkson's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Boston. Boston on D. 3-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And for Boston, Joel Embiid out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Reese in at the small forward. And they get it back. And another shot in deep. Drummond drops it in.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Here's Booker, and another basket for Boston.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Passes to Clark. With 2 seconds left, and he knocks down the jumper.
Clark. The assist. Pat Hunter.
Clarkson can't get it to go.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better be making some noise for your energy.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Now Lowry. Down low. Here's Cantor. And Jokic with the rebound.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
And for Boston, we've got Booker. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jordan in its center.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're behind by 3. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And here's Boston. It's a one-point game. Good!
Kevin, they've still got a foul to give at this point.
Yeah, and strategy wouldn't be bad to use it if they need to.
Milwaukee timeout.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 5. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the DeAndre Jordan. And how'd you feel about his performance, Shaq?
I said for a long time.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy.